I had my first occupational therapy appointment today. I just got back a little while ago, and very relieved that it wasn't painful. Nothing, she didn't do anything that hurt me, and she's really nice and she's really funny. We made each other laugh, which is really all I look for in anybody in my life. I mean, aside from professional competence, but whatever. Anyway, she was repeatedly expressed amazement at how well I'm progressing at my range of motion. Everything looks good, she said. I see the doctor tomorrow morning, and we'll ask her about, there's one spot on just behind my left armpit that's like a little pink, a little puffy. She said she didn't think it was infected, but we'll just have a look. It's in a place that gets a lot of friction and whatever. And I am hesitant to like scrub, like use a lot of friction when I'm washing. So the Steri-Strip is still there and stuff like that. Anyway, that went great. She gave me she gave me some exercises to do. Exercises after breast surgery. I am to do the first 10 of those and not use more than a 1 pound weight. I'm not to lift. She said normally that I would lift no more than 5 pounds at this point, but she said she could go to 8, which is nice because this little cat weighs about 8 pounds. He loves me. Let's see, what else did she say? She said walking, riding my recumbent bike. I can walk in the pool. I can't soak my stitches yet. What else? No planks, no push-ups, no pull-ups, no pushing, no pulling, no pushing shopping cart, no vacuuming, weeding, shoveling, whatever. Those are things I don't do. Anyway, fortunately, my husband does those, but if I did, this would be the time to stop. What else? For my cholesterol, I have elevated cholesterol, and even though that's not part of occupational therapy, she was going through my whole chart and record anyway. She said that I should eat oatmeal and beets, and I said, well, I hate beets, but I'll eat oatmeal. And she said, you should get some beet powder and add that to smoothies, which is another thing she recommended, soups and smoothies, because I am chronically dehydrated. And so she recommended those, and wet fruits and vegetables like cucumbers and berries of any kind, things like that. So gonna try to get more of that into my diet because I really don't eat enough of those things, and I don't drink enough water. We were talking about that because, her main thing with occupational therapy is activities of daily living, things like bathing and personal hygiene and getting up out of bed and getting dressed. And I said, well, I was having a hard time with bathing before any of this happened because I just get lightheaded. And, my dog wants to eat my exercise sheet. I have to bathe sitting down with a handheld shower because I get lightheaded when I try to shower standing up and, talk to her about my heart rate elevating and things like that. And so she said that being better hydrated would help with that. And so I'm working on that. And she said she doesn't have to see me for 2 weeks instead of 1 week. I was supposed to see her every week. But I'm doing so well, she said, that I shouldn't come back for 2 weeks. She also said that so when she was talking about my range of motion at the beginning, I said, well, I had a physical therapist tell me, hi, Lori, tell me once that I am hypermobile, and maybe that helped, give me a head start with the mobility thing. And she said maybe that's true. And then when she was doing an exam later, she said that I should look into seeing whether I might have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, because that's something that is, those are all clusters of symptoms that go with that. And what else? Exercises. I feel like there was something else. Oh, so when I do go back, we will start doing some scar massaging. She says she thinks that the surgeon will take, I see the surgeon in the morning, I think I mentioned that. She said that the surgeon will probably remove the steri strips tomorrow. And so then I'll just be like, there. I know that looks way worse than it feels, but it's mostly just itchy. But anyway, so when I see her again in 2 weeks, I will, she'll do some scar massage. I can't remember exactly, gentle though, she said, and some suction. She said that the massage helps loosen the muscle, loosen the scars. I can't remember. And the suction helps raise the scars. So, oh, I remember. No, I don't remember what the other thing was. Shoot, I thought I was saying that, but bear of little brain. Anyway, oh, she was explaining to me that I have to take things really slowly, because when normally your chest muscles slide against each other like saran wrap with oil between them, pieces of saran wrap with oil between them. And when they remove all of this tissue, like they do during a mastectomy, I keep wanting to say mammogram, I guess it disrupts that. And so the muscles are separated, and so they're starting to heal back together, and so I don't want to pull them too hard, too fast. And so I guess it yeah, so she said, basically, I mean, the short version of the story is like, don't push myself too hard or I will get a seroma, which is fluid buildup in a cavity that will develop between those two layers of tissue that are trying to heal. And if that happens, I might have to get a needle drawn out, or I might have to get a drain put back in. And I'm like, I don't want any of that, so I'm gonna take it easy. Anyway, bye.